sticking to it and getting the final result you guys wanted. Just what was the emotion like on the bench as you guys get the 2 points?
Yeah, no, I thought we played really well. First goal, a little bit of a breakdown, but it goes off 2 sticks and kind of, we're behind it 1-0 and doing a lot of good things. So, yeah, I thought we stuck with it. We score and then give up one again right away. We didn't sag. We just kind of kept confident, and I think we've been playing well, in the games I was out and the games I've been back in. We're doing a lot of good things. We feel like it's right there for us, and we can win with a game like we're playing. So it was nice to stick with it and get rewarded in overtime.
Look at the first period, it looked like you guys were dominating, but maybe weren't generating the scoring chances that you wanted in the second period. Maybe not as dominant, but generating the scoring chances. What's the message in intermission there in the third?
Just stick with it. I mean, they're a team that defends hard. Obviously, Saros is a great goaltender, and they've got although they're missing a lot of guys, they made some trades. The guys that are playing for them are battling and competing, and not really giving you a whole lot of free ice for a pretty young team. They're committed to competing hard defensively, and so they made it hard on us. And like I said, we stuck with it, and I thought we started to generate more as the game went on and make plays when they were there.
I don't know if relief is the right word, but there's a lot of pressure hanging into this one. Maybe not getting the results you wanted of late, even liking the game, but to get 2 critical points in a critical game for the standings, how important was that?
Yeah, I mean, pressure is all a matter of perspective. Regardless of the outcome of this game, there's still quite a bit of hockey left to play. Obviously, you'd love to come in and get 2 points and give them none, and it's the reality of this time of year. But I'd rather play in games that mean something. If you're playing games that don't mean something this time of year, likely you're out of it, unless you're sort of one of the few teams that are so far ahead, like a Boston. So playing meaningful games that have more on the line is, I think, why you work hard for, as long as we do in the off season and the season, and go through the grind to be in big moments.
You talked about their roster. I think a lot of people would look at the 2 teams and think that you'd beat this team handily, but they've been playing some good hockey of late. We talked about it during the week, how much respect you had for these guys. Just what was it about their ability to limit you guys tonight, even though you get away with the 2 points?
Yeah, they're, like I said before, they're competing really hard. They've made some trades, and but they've got still some very elite players. I mean, Yossi went down tonight at some point, but with him and Saros, those are two pretty elite guys, and guys that are competing all over the ice for their team. So, like I said, they don't give you much. I mean, we saw that earlier in the year when we were here. And what they do give you a lot of times, they're good in front of the net, and Saros, makes those saves. So we for sure were ready for this game, knowing how they've been playing and seeing the teams they've been beating lately. And like I said, they're playing hard, and so are we.
Thanks, Josh. Appreciate it.
Face-offs, how would you rank the effort that you went through to pull back that one that eventually leads to the tying goal that you get?
Yeah, I think it certainly is important. I had a tough night in the circle against Boston, so I actually had a conversation with Todd Woodcroft, and got back to some of the basics and some of the stuff he had taught me over the years, and I think it helped. It was just a couple minor adjustments. It just allowed me to kind of come through the dot a little better, and I think that showed for the most part, and to be rewarded after making those changes, that was huge. I think our line gives up that kind of deflating goal after we tie it up, and in these tight games you don't want to be the reason you lose, right? So that was huge for us to get one back.
See the emotion on your face, Adam, just feeling like things weren't going to go your way for a while there. I mean, you were getting opportunities and chances, and Saros was just seeming close to the door, but it seemed like your goal broke through on that one.
Yeah, I think Fly's goal really gave us that belief. Not that we didn't believe in ourselves, but you look at how we played through the first 2 periods. I thought we were playing a tremendous game. We didn't really give them a whole lot of chances. Obviously there's a couple odd man rushes, and their first goal is a tip and kind of batted out of the air, right? So it wasn't like we had a lot of breakdowns, and we know Saros over there. He's a tremendous goalie, and it's about getting traffic and making his life difficult. And we kept talking about getting guys to the net and getting bodies in front of him. And Fly had a great shot on his, and on mine just some traffic. Same thing on the overtime. You have guys going to the net, and fortunately we were able to find enough goals to get this one.
How critical these 2 points were against a team who's on your heels in the standings. Just how important was it to finish this game off, even if they do get one out of it?
Yeah, it's huge. I think obviously you'd love to win in regulation and take all 2, but if we kind of take care of business on our end, we play them again. We'll put ourselves in the driver's seat to control our own destiny, right? So we're really focused on just winning games, whether it's in regulation, shootout, if it takes a little bit extra, so be it. I think, that's kind of been our message over the last few weeks. I think you look at the last several games, I think for the most part, we've really liked how we played in Carolina, even against Boston, 2 of the league's best. And obviously we didn't get the results there, but the effort continued tonight, and we were rewarded for it.
I've seen from this team sometimes when things aren't going for you, there's guys might try to do their own. A lot of talent, obviously, guys might try to do their own thing. I felt like today's game was sticking to the process, particularly in the third period. Did you see it that way? Just kind of continuing to play your structured hockey game and got rewarded for it?
Yeah, I think that's the trust in your teammates, and we talk about it. You don't have to necessarily do something uncharacteristic. You kind of have to keep doing your job and try and excel at it, and maybe get out of your comfort zone a little bit and make some plays, but you don't have to go 1-on-5. You use your teammates, believe that they're going to make the right play. You don't have to extend your shifts, and know that the line coming out after you is going to kind of pick up where you left off. And I think tonight's a perfect example of that. We were able to roll the lines, get contributions up and down the lineup. Helly was strong. Our back end played great, and our forwards, for the most part, I thought we had a really good game.
Do you like the goal more? It was a roller coaster kind of game. I mean, you obviously get the 2 points. Just what's the overall feeling after seeing that puck go in?
Yeah, it was a great feeling. But we played well enough to win that in regulation, but to give their goaltender another goalie, we're making it look pretty good. He was outstanding, but we were very happy with our overall game, team game for 60 minutes. We were very confident that we just keep doing what we were doing. The forecheck was working. We had some good looks off the rush. So finally the puck went in. It was a great shot by Nick, and we went from there.
It looked like you were dominating the first period, but weren't generating maybe the quality of chances you wanted. But then the second period, weren't as dominant, but had some chances, weren't necessarily finishing on them. Seemed like you stuck to the game in the third.
We're spending a lot of time in their zone, and the shots weren't getting through. I think they had 8 shot blocks in the first period. In the second period, you get those 2-on-1s and 3-on-1s, and you don't get a shot on net. That was a little frustrating. But yeah, we spent more time in their zone that we didn't generate much from it. So, but what the guys did again, they just stayed with it, and we kept saying just keep putting pucks on the net and see what happens, and give the guys credit because they found a way to win.
You know how pretty some of these guys can get in and around the net. I think as an Adam Lowry goal, the way he scored, is that the perfect example that you can point to and say this is how we need to score goals?
Well, yeah, we talked about getting greasy goals before the game, and we talked about competing every shift and willing to take hits to make a play, willing to give hits, willing to block shots, whatever it took, and our guys did that today. So, and Adam was rewarded. Look, he's done an awful lot of great things for this team, and on penalty kill and a lot of other areas. So it's nice to see him finally get rewarded with a big goal.
You shuffled your top two lines. Was there a reason behind it? Or just wanted to create a spark?
See if he could score a goal. Simple as that.
How critical is that? I mean, we knew how important this game was. We know where the National Predators are. I mean, they get a point, but you get the extra one.
We'll take the extra one. They're again, when you get goaltending like they get, you're in every game, and like we are. So, yeah, and we've got another kick at them. They're in Winnipeg near the end of the season, but they play hard. They don't give up a lot. They collapse around the net. They block a lot of shots, and they make it hard for the opposition. But again, you stay in the fight and you keep pushing.
Just your thoughts on Pierre coming back into the lineup, obviously factors in on the OT goal as well.
Well, yeah, he's a big, strong man. He had that breakaway near the end of regulation. We were hoping that one in. But when he's skating like that, he's a powerful guy. He's tough to knock off the puck, and he made a great play there at the end.
Rick, it's a bit of a broken record a bit, but how do you get that power play going, helping you out?
Well, it's $1 million question right now. We moved some guys around at the end. Again, we just don't shoot the puck enough. We really don't. Either they're doing a great job blocking shots, or we're too hesitant to shoot. And it starts with that. We've got to get. It's as simple as that, really, is get more of a shooting mentality.
Thanks so much.